Fad calling Earth, calling planet Earth, Fad calling planet Earth. How are you today? You alright? This probably wasn't such a good idea, was it? Fad calling planet Earth. And I've had problems with my phone. Have you ever lost your telephone before and you spend hours looking for it and then you find it in the most obvious fucking place and that pisses you off? It pisses me off, mate. How many times do you put down a lump of hash somewhere and then about an hour later you find it in your pocket? How many people do that? I can make it look like I can't see a thing with these on there. That's weird. How many times do you put a lump of hash in your pocket and sort of like, and you look for hours and you can't find it and it sort of thing slipped down to you and look for hours on the floor? How many people search for hours on the floor to find a lump of hash and it turns out to be in their fucking wallet or something dark like that, you know? How many people put down things and they can't remember where they put them? Like you put down your spectacles and you think, where the fuck are my spectacles? And I can't find my specs because I can't see without my spectacles. How many people in this world wear spectacles? I wear spectacles quite a lot actually, except when I'm getting close up. But how many people put down their spectacles? How many times, do you mind if I wipe my arse? Sorry, a bit sticky. How many times do you put down your spectacles, right, and you can't fucking remember where you put your spectacles down? I do that all the time, man. It's crazy, isn't it? You put down you take off your spectacles for 5 minutes, right? You take off spectacles for 5 minutes. And you put them down, and then you wonder, where the fuck have I put my spectacles? Or you might put down, you might sort of like have a lump of hash or something, so it's just wiping me off. Convenient, isn't it? But let's face it, your world is a complete piece of shit, isn't it? Isn't it? Turn your television on BBC One or whatever, what you got? Britain's Got Talent. What a piece of shit. And obviously Britain ain't got much talent on your talent show. You see, we used to have something like that in the 1980s and 90s called Top of the Pops. We did have a little talent show that was very good. And it worked quite well for 40 or 50 years it worked. No, about 40 years it worked perfectly well. 30 or 40 years, I don't know. Top of the Pops it was called. That was our little talent show, you see. You know, you got this Britain's Got Talent. Let's be really clever. Piece of shite. We used to have a talent show on BBC One every Friday night, actually. It was called Top of the Pops. It was a talent show. Yes, it was. Because you used to go on Top of the Pops and say, sing a song on Top of the Pops, right? And if people liked a song on Top of the Pops, then they used to become famous. So the band used to become famous. So I suppose Top of the Pops was like Britain's Got Talent in the 1990s. It wasn't. Britain's Got Talent's a piece of shit. See, we used to have this thing called Top of the Pops, and when you bought a record, like, do you remember records in the 1960s, 50s even? People bought records, and well, people bought records before then even. But in the 1960s and 70s and 80s and 90s, you had a thing called Top of the Pops. And what happened was you had these things called DJs. Like you had these things called disc jockeys, DJs. Now DJs used to listen to music, like, if they like a song, they used to play it on their radio station, yeah. If it was a good song, they played it on the radio station, yeah. Nowadays, 2018, you get 6 songs playing repetitively. Don't you? You get the same 6 or 7 songs playing repetitively on the radio. Crap. You know, in history like before, when we still had the technology, DJs used to play their own music, like what they liked. And if you like the DJs, what DJs play is to listen to the record station. Like it's a Capital Radio, and people used to play their own song. Right? The DJs used to play everybody's songs that they liked. And then they used to get famous and they used to get on top of the pops. And if they were any good, they'd get famous like Madness or Specials, Led Zeppelin or whatever. You'd have 1,000 different fucking bands in there. Every week you used to get a different band going up the pop charts. Britain used to have a lot of fucking credibility in the world, man. It's all gone downhill since they cancelled Top of the Pops. Because Top of the Pops used to get lots of different records, lots of different bands. Every week used to get about half a dozen bands or whatever on Top of the Pops, didn't you? People have about 7 or 8 bands on Top of the Pops every week. And if people like the music, then they'd sort of buy the records. So the bands climb up the charts on Top of the Pops. Do you remember Top of the Pops? You know, I know nowadays you've got this thing called Britain's Got Talent, which is a piece of shit, isn't it? I'm going to get famous, I'm going to go on a talent show. Fuck off. In the old days, because I'm really old now, 52 now actually, 52. In the old days we had this thing called Top of the Pops. Now what actually happened was you get about 7 or 8 bands, whatever, on the stage, you know, or on video, whatever, on Top of the Pops. Every week you had to get about, you know, half a dozen bands or whatever, Top Pops, the top 6 or 10 or whatever, or a new chart entry, you know. And you get about half a dozen different bands on Top of the Pops every week. And if people liked the music, of the bands, they'd buy records, you see. Then people used to go out and they used to buy records. So the band used to get more famous. So the more records they sold, the more famous they would become, kind of thing. And it was like on Top of the Pops, kind of thing. And then you got this Britain's Got Talent, spastic, all the time. And you're spasticated and Britain's Got Talent, chup. Fuck off, bang. Fucking head, mate. In my day we used to have this thing called Top of the Pops. And if you were a good band, if a band played good music, loud music, good music, they'd stay famous for, I mean, I know you had a bit of shite with the steps, shite, you know, that was a bit sad. Bang, you know. But, you know, for the most part, it was like sort of, every week you had a good rock band on Top of the Pops, and if people liked the rock band, they'd buy the records, like, you know, nowadays, well, you've got this Britain's Got Talent, let's buy a lottery ticket. This is the world we're living in, man. Nowadays it's like, you know, it's a piece of shit. Don't you think it's all a bit fucking crap? Hands up who thinks the world is a piece of shit. Hands up if you think the world we're living in is a piece of crap. Well, yeah, I think we win the vote.